Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Stand up as you're able for our opening song. This divine moment we come to express all the love flowing out from above.
In this divine moment we know we are blessed for being right here where we are. In this divine moment we open our hearts, to know who we are. In this divine moment we listen, we sing, we let the love bring us down to this moment.
Okay. I'm thinking that we kind of not do our normal service. I mean, there's a small group of us. And so I'm saying, let's get in a circle. We'll do all the elements, but let's get in a circle. What?
Right here.
Wait a minute.
You have to consider the camera.
Oh, the camera. Oh.
Get what you want to get, I'll figure it out.
Okay. So, yeah, grab a chair and let's have a circle. Okay? Got to tighten up a little bit. We're not getting the whole circle thing going. All right. Are we a circle yet?
Simple enough.
I don't think we're circled yet.
Will an amoeba shape suffice?
An oval shape will suffice. Amoeba.
We can do a half circle, but
You're not in the camera. You're fine.
Okay. All right.
If the
Uh,
camera stays in the center, you're fine. Everybody else can squeeze in.
All right. So the first thing is announcements, right?
no, we need to light the candle.
Oh. Yes, we need to open. There is one power in the universe. There's only one. It is absolute. It is joy. It is excitement. It's spontaneity. It's love. And we are that. And that is we. And so we stand here today knowing this, trusting it, knowing that Spirit is bringing into this circle exactly the energy that we need to bless each and every one. And we are grateful for that. We are grateful for the blessing. We're grateful for the life that gives of itself unceasingly. And so we open ourselves. We open ourselves to receive whatever it is that we need in this moment, this present moment. We open ourselves to receive. Knowing that it is good, knowing that law always says yes, knowing that love always loves, we let it be. We call it good and very good, and so it is.
So it is.
All right. And we light a candle. All right. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah. Had a little snap to it, and it didn't want to snap. Why do we light a candle?
It's a God candle.
It's a God candle. And what does that mean to us to have a God candle?
Represents our divinity and our oneness.
Yes. Anything else? It gives us that moment when we can say, oh yeah, it's all about spirit. It's not about me. It's not about all of those individual kinds of things. It's about spirit. If I sit down in my blocking,
Nothing down.
well, I know that, but if I have to move, tell me. Okay, announcements.
Now.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
Now I have to move?
Yep. Why?
Oh.
Announcements and upcoming events. Yours truly, while we're getting this organized here, we had another successful men's group meeting, but I believe we may have eaten too much pizza. I was reminded at the very end of it that I was supposed to leave one or two small pieces, right? Please, I'll do it next time. And so our next announcement is, let's see, I was hooked on the hokey pokey, but I turned myself around. That reminds me, have you ever heard of a fish restaurant? It's relatively new called Hooked on Frankfurt. Hooked on Frankfurt, yeah, it's just a nice place. It's inexpensive. Well, the fish is really fresh. It's very informal. I think it was very odd if you came with a tie, that kind of thing. So I was excited. Hooked on Frankfurt.
That's a good German thing, but Frankfurt is also a hot dog, isn't it?
That's the name of the
Frankfurter.
Oh, on Frankfurt Street.
Yes.
Oh.
We're mixing foods here. That would be good fish and Frankfurt.
Come on in, our service this morning is a little different than
I
usual.
was hooked on the hook. Oh, I already read that one. Okay. If I turn myself around, I promise I will someday.
Back up a little bit for me, Gordon.
Okay.
Back up.
How about that?
Behind the microphone. Thank you.
Okay, speaking of the mic.
There you go.
I can do it. Join us for an LCSL family lunch, Dutch treat, September 22. Now that happens to be the last day of the Meacham car, big Meacham. They do a big car sales thing, from all over the world, fanciest cars. And how would I know that?
I don't know.
My brother's coming to town.
And he's going to take you there.
Well, that's what he said, yeah, we're not buying a thing, but anyway, and it's gonna be, so this is the 22nd Sunday, obviously, after the service at O'Shea's, 355 Spring, and it's just down the street.
Block and a half.
Block and a half.
Yeah, so easily walking distance.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Visioning Your Life class, Visioning Your Life class. Victoria, do you wanna say something about that?
Kelly said it all.
You said it all.
I think everybody in this room probably knows, our new person. Vision Your Life is an 8-week class, starts on September 17th, Tuesday evening, 6:30 to 9. You do it on the computer or by phone, it's just a fabulous practice for really getting into the flow of allowing that which is greater than we are to lead the way. So, thank you.
Remember that phrase, that thing that is greater than we are. Leading our lives, is that right?
Leading the way.
Leading the way. Okay. All right.
Foundation of Science of Mind via Zoom Monday. What is that? It's Harvill. Reverend Carolyn Harvill. You're up.
We're trying, offering foundations. We know that most of our congregation has already taken foundations. And so if we make, it'll be making it from people outside of our congregation or very new to our congregation. And so we're offering it. If we don't get enough of a response, then we may offer something else. If you have any ideas about something that you would like to take, we're going to try, we'll try something else if this doesn't make, because we are well aware that most of our people have done foundations and don't need to do it again. So, okay?
Practitioner of the day was Pat Ferguson. Vicki
We should in
Oh,
fact
I've
change that.
changed that part.
You're still going to use the power shower, though,
Yes,
correct?
Yeah, yeah. It's
for
me,
parent support.
it's me instead of Vicky. I forgot to change that part.
Okay, everybody all together now, September's affirmation.
As
I
I reset my attitude for fall, I release all fears. I am happy, healthy, self-sufficient, and strong. I am beautiful in mind and body. Yes.
Now it's story time. Oh, well, you see, yeah, it's story time, so would anybody like to share their story?
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna share my story.
If nobody else is going to share their story. Okay? All right. So I had some pictures last week of a Silmar. This is where you come out of the main building, and I don't know whether you call this a deck or a patio or, you know, but it's big. But,
More background or something?
well, a Silmar is a national conference that I went to a couple of weeks ago, and it's really beautiful. It's on the Monterey Peninsula in California. And if you'll see, it's kind of rough, you know, the building that you're looking at over there, I believe, let's see. It's the chapel. Yep, it is. And that's one of Tammy. Tammy is with a friend today who is having a lot of medical issues. And so she's sitting with the friend so that the husband can go play golf. Because that's a highlight in his life. Now, Rebecca is in Silmar. This is where the big fireplace is and the comfortable chairs. And we spent some time there, even though most of the time it's too warm for a fire. They did build one early in the mornings, you know, and so we could sit there and just be in that. And this is another view out. If you look, that blue matches another blue further out there, and that's the Pacific Ocean. And that I had to share, yeah. Yeah. Doesn't he look great? This is Rick McCullum. He came here and became a minister, and he's now in Colorado. And this was his ordination panel that he passed. And so that's great.
And do we know who the wonderful person
It's his friend from Baltimore. He and his partner were the officiants at Rick and Tom's marriage, wedding, yeah. And so they're really close friends. They were also in Florida. I went down when he was installed the first time, and to celebrate with him and all that kind of good stuff. And these two guys were down, and of course Rick and Tom, and they love to shock me. You know, they think that but I don't. They love to shock me. And we played this game, and I don't know what the name of the game was, but you draw a card and do something with it, you know. But it's scenes that are on the cards, and some of the scenes are. my mama told me not to look at that kind of thing, you know. And they would just laugh. I'd turn red, and they would just laugh. I thought it was great fun. But anyway, okay. Reading.
About creative thought and how our mind controls our experiences and our situations. And so I found this little reading in Think Your Troubles Away by Ernest Holmes, and I wanted to share it this morning. Whether you realize it or not, whether you believe it or not, it is demonstrable that your thoughts are creative in and of your experiences. This being the case, what your pattern of thought have been becomes a matter of great importance. In all likelihood, you have been creating, without being aware of it, through the process of thoughts becoming things, many situations and conditions in your experience which are definitely not desirable. Any attempt to fully ascertain why thoughts are creative is impossible. It is known and has been proven that they are. To go beyond this would be to penetrate the very nature and mystery of life itself. Although man's understanding of life is increasing, the finite would never encompass the infinite. So there is a need to accept the fact that thoughts are creative things, and then proceed to think in the most constructive manner possible. In your own mind lies the key. This key will open the door to a wealth of good things that you desire in your life, and it will remove from your experience those things that you don't. And so it is.
Praise God.
Okay, I hope y'all don't mind that we, sitting down and sort of in a amoeba shape. Certainly not a circle, but that's okay. It doesn't hurt a thing. I'm going to be talking on ensure the stewardship of our planet. And I wanted to explain a little bit that the national organization does a thing they started a couple of years ago, maybe 3, where they publish themes for the months. And then different ministers give what they would say about that particular thing for each week. And so they send me this stuff, and I've used it. I used it a lot last year. And I don't use it all the time because it to me, it can be stifling to try to get across what they want to get across in the way that they want to. So I kind of explore and go out. But this one I like. I like September. I like it a lot. Because the ensuring the stewardship of our planet is a basic way to express what we believe as science of mind people. And so I think there's at least some agreement that there are some things on the planet that are in trouble, and that what they are and how to fix them is not in agreement, but that's okay. To know that it is for us to appreciate, to bless the planet around us. And I liked that one of the definitions for blessing that was given was awareness plus gratitude. If you are aware of something and you bless it with thanksgiving for it, then you have blessed it. And so this morning when I went outside, it's cool. I mean, it was amazing out there in the backyard. It was like fall, and it was so beautiful. I thought, okay, appreciate the planet. So I stopped, and I felt the light breeze, and I felt the coolness, and I looked around at my yard and looked at my little violets that some of you know are considered weeds by some, but we've decided to make peace. so I bless them, and they just keep on multiplying and taking over the grass, and well, we'll have a violet yard, but that's okay. But that moment of stopping to be aware and then bless is an important thing to have happening in your life. So the one thing that is basic to good stewardship is love, the feeling of love, and that is mixed in with respect. So our first quote is from the Science of Mind. Fear cannot be of the infinite spirit. If it were, we would have infinite fear leading to chaos, leading into destruction. We would not be. Some people will tell you that there's fear and love. I've told you that there's fear and love. But don't ever think of it as equal, that fear has as much power as love does, because it doesn't. Fear is a conjecture from our own humanity. It's misdirected thought, misdirected belief. All of those things bring about fear. And love is just love. It's just there. And what it's saying in this quote is, if you believed fear was a power of the infinite, and that it was used by the infinite, created by the infinite and expressed through the infinite, then you would be giving it enough power to have already destroyed us, because it would be infinite power. And we would have been destroyed long ago with the chaos that it created, with the destruction that it created, and all of that. So we would not be. So we need to choose how we look at things and what we see. And one of the things that they talked about was that there's scientific evidence that taking a walk in the forest is healing, not only emotionally but physically. So to sit out or to walk in nature, the woods, and all of that is a healing part. It's healing for your emotions, for your spirit, and it's healing for your body. So go take, you've been hearing gurus tell you forever, go take a walk in the woods. Well, now they're having scientific support for that very idea. And so we get the opportunity to choose how we want to respond to our world, and if we want to be good stewards. If we don't care, then we don't love, and we will destroy it, just point blank. But if we begin to express love for it and appreciation for it, then we'll take care of it. Now, what that means is so different for everybody. And I got to be honest with you, when I started reading this, I thought, oh, they're going to tell me to go join something. No, go fight something. The only one right now that I'm really concerned about is the Amazon. I don't know what we'll do without the Amazon. If the jungles is the Amazon, I'm not sure what we're going to do. Amazon.com, that's why I clarified it. What would we do without? would we order our stuff? I don't know. Yeah, no, the jungle, the one that puts out, yeah, yes. Clarification. The lungs of the world, it's been called, and it creates so much air, that we need, and they're inching away at it, and I don't know how we'll stop that. But my job is not to know how we'll stop it. It is if I get an urge and I think, well, I'm going to send them some money, and it came from some other than guilt, then I send them money in great joy and great happiness. But if I'm doing it out of guilt, it's not going to accomplish what I want to do and what we want to do. Come on in, Jerry. Yeah, Jay. Hold on tight. Don't get in a hurry. So we ask ourselves, do we love our world? Do we love the infinite variety, the beauty that is our world? I just am always fascinated that they still don't know all the species. They're still discovering new species in our world. They are still, finding things that are different. Things are still evolving, and it's just all this beauty constantly surrounding us. The beauty and the joy and the growth and it just takes a moment to look at something that tells you that it is infinitely beautiful and just gets better. Pat asked me if the roses that I brought last week, where they were from, because she has one that has lasted for 9 days that she took from the bouquet, and I brought a couple and put them on the altar this morning because they're still, they're still there. They're getting edgy, but they're still there. And amazing that they lasted so long. Mostly cut flowers die too quick, and these have really lasted and shared their beauty all this time. It doesn't take but a second to think of that and appreciate it. Doesn't take but just a second or two to think beauty, infinite variety, beauty. And that very thought blesses you and it blesses the planet. It brings awareness and it brings gratitude and it brings healing. The heart is the center of divine love and perfect circulation. Its action is harmonious, vital, adequate, and complete. There is no false action and no wrong action. The pulsations of life are steady, unceasing, and perfect. Let not your heart be troubled. Love is at the center of man's being, and the calm, continuous pulsations of life are governed by love. Love. Pulsations of life. It's harmonious, it's vital. If there's an action on your part that brings disharmony, you're not acting in spirit. We got these little bracelets last time, and to move back and forth. And I was going to share with you that I had a minister who said, I don't do negatives, so I don't do punishments. So I don't move my bracelet because I did something wrong. I move it because I did something that felt so right. I did appreciate life. I did tell somebody that they were beautiful. If you ever told somebody you don't know in a store that you are truly beautiful, they light up. They just light up. And what did it take you? A few words in 5 seconds. So, that giving, that being there and giving. So the pulsations of life, we're going to do a meditation today. It's 7 minutes long, and it's going to be on, there'll be video and the music. And it's about Mother Earth. Mother Earth, Mother, I feel you under my feet. And I'm inviting you now and later on when we get into that to really feel the pulse, to feel it in your bodies, not just to hear it with your ears or see it on the screen or sing it with your voice. If you want to sing, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. And just see if you can get into the pulse of it, the feeling of it, the breath of it, because that is the steady, unceasing, perfect harmony of love. So, all right. Love in action. Let's see. I wanted to share a quote by Ken Gordon. If you can feel it, you can create it. You know, we've all heard if you can see it, you can create it, and that's true too. But if you can feel it, truly feel it, then you've gone to a different level and you will manifest. One of the things that we have an issue, maybe I have an issue. I can see it for a split second. I can feel it for a split second, and then something else comes in. I get distracted by some other thought that's not in line with it. And so to practice being in that place of where you choose to be, then you are truly giving it substance to happen. You know, most of these guys say 10 minutes a day. If you'll just give yourself 10 minutes a day to do something spiritual, it'll change your life. And it will probably multiply because you will have enjoyed it so much that you add something else to it. So if you can feel it, you can see it. You can create it. When I was talking about the bracelet has the words, spiritual, not, what is it? Religious. Spiritual, not religious. Spiritual, not religious. Spirit, going beyond what we can see with our eyes, going beyond what we understand with our logic, to that place where we know that it is more. It is more than we've ever imagined. The more of God in our lives, the more of comfort in our lives, spirit, oneness, that pulsing, that knowing that's always there. You just have to allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to be in it. And so this bracelet, what it says to me is more important than moving it around. And to remember that my spirit is more important and more accurate and will give me a much better life than all the intellect that I've got. Now, it also, Ernest Holmes says, trust your spirit, but don't insult your intelligence. Okay? I like that. Because people will say to me, well, I'm just going to give them my blood pressure medicine and move on because I'm spiritual and all this stuff. Well, and some people can do that. They can make that step and they can move straight into that. Most of us need a little slower path. We need to see our blood pressure coming down and cut back a little on the medicine and then see if it stays there, see if it feels like we're really in spirit, not in our head. And then, yeah, maybe we do give it up. Or maybe we find another way to manage it. So it's not, we're not insulting our intelligence. You know, someone tells you that come on in here and we're going to let a rattlesnake bite you. That's insulting my intelligence. You know, I'm not going there because that really insults my intelligence. Now, tell me that spirit is all there is and that there is a kind of a special feeling in this place. I'll go check it out. One of the speakers talked about, won't it be nice when? And instead of saying, oh, I wish it was here, I wish this was happening, I wish that, all that stuff, you say, won't it be nice when this dream happens, when that is provided, whatever it is, won't it be nice? Well, I might consider changing it to, isn't it nice? Because we play in the present. This is all we got. The moment right here is all we've got. The past is gone. We're not going to change it. We can change how we see it, but we can't change it, okay? The future is yet. There's no guarantee about the future. All you have is this moment. And so are you in a place seeing through God's eyes, Spirit's eyes, your Spirit's eyes, or are you getting messed up into your intelligence and letting fear in and worry and what did so-and-so say about this and what did so-and-so say about that, and then you're giving your intelligence more trust than it deserves because it's easily influenced by lots of things, and you can bathe it and clean it and clear it so that it's more responsive to spiritual things. Does that make sense? Okay, all right. So love in action is the only way. Love where we are. Love who we are. Love is what is happening. Love all of creation. All of us and more. if we can ask ourselves at any given day, at any given moment, am I standing in love or am I standing in something else? Then we will begin to find ourselves more and more being able to say, I stand in love. I stand in the love of being able to see with the eyes of spirit, to be able to bless with awareness and gratitude all that is around me and all that is to come. Okay. All right. Now, I have a basket that has some things from nature, and so we're going to pass it around, and you're going to take one, and it is yours. Choose carefully.
Oh, my goodness.
Diamonds.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, good. Yeah. Take your time. Pick the one you want. Pick the one that feels good. And those are rose petals in there. If they're confusing, I apologize, but they were pretty.
They're not potato chips.
No, they're not potato chips. Don't be eating them. Okay. All right. You're welcome. I love the ooh. Okay. You're welcome. Okay, so now, as I mentioned earlier, in our meditation, we're going to be listening for the pulse, feeling it in our bodies. And the thing that you chose comes from Mother Earth in one way or another, and I invite you just to hold it. You may want to rub it or whatever, or you may not, but just to, it's another connection to who we are and to this planet that we live on. Vernon? I need to move, don't I?
Little bit. Perfect.
Okay. Have table will move. All right, I invite you to relax, to feel your feet on the floor, your hands in your lap, your shoulders relaxed, your head perfectly balanced on your spine, and breathe, and be.
Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey, hey, hey,
Yeah, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heart beating, and I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heart beating. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. I feel you in the river song. Love your heart and on and on.
Mother, I hear you in the river song. Eternal waters flowing on and on. Hey ya, hey ya,
Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Yeah, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. I feel you and hear your nose fly.
Spirit's gonna take us higher. Mother, I see you when the eagle flies. Light of the Spirit's gonna take us higher. Hey ya,
Hey ya, hey ya, yeah, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, yeah, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho.
Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your
Heart beating, mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heart beating. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, yeah, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, yeah, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. I feel you in the river song. Where the water's flowing on and on. Mother, I hear you in the river song.
eternal waters flowing on and on. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, yeah, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, yeah, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Mother, I
Feel you leaving inside. As the air is gonna take us higher. Mother, I feel you leaving inside.
light of the Spirit's gonna take us higher.
Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Yeah ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heart beating. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heart beating. I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heart beating. And so, we take a deep breath and we welcome ideas, thoughts, feelings, impressions and we breathe into them. And we are grateful for all. And together we seal it with, and so it is. I like that a lot. Any responses or comments or?
I like the power of it. It's very powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a really good chant. Yeah.
I'm just aware, hey ho is honoring and calling on your ancestors. So when you're chanting the hey ho, it's all about past, present, and future for all people.
Thank you, Vicki. Yeah, thank you. Okay. All right. What comes next? Oh, yeah. Prosperity.
Praise God.
I want to say thank you at this time for everybody who supports us. Those of you viewing on the internet, we appreciate your support too. You can donate by going to lcslonline.com, .org, lcslonline.org. Your money helps us do this every week, pay the rent, pay a little salaries, and have some more classes to teach more of these great new thoughts. And again, we appreciate you here and there, and we thank you. Join us in saying our prosperity affirmation. I am always guided towards my good. Yes.
Okay. That's fine. Okay, so in this moment where I hold in my hands the gifts and tithes that you've shared with us, and I represent all those that have put in money on the internet or whatever, I am deeply grateful. As Pat said, this is what helps us to keep the doors open and the music's playing and all of that. And so we thank you. And we also know that there is a law of circulation. As we put it out, it comes back. And so whether or not you're putting out anger, and that anger will come back, whether you're putting out money in a way that says joy in who I am and what I have, money will come back to you in the same feeling of joy and gratitude. So we give with great joy. We bring laughter into our lives, and we know that it is good, and we know that it is sufficient, and it is all as it should be. And so it is. And do we have a prayer request?
Actually, I do want to name, because I don't think there's an updated one in the box. Just generically, we have 2 people that are having major surgery this week.
Say that again.
We have 2 people that are having major surgery this week.
Oh, yes, yes, okay. All right. Is there anything that anybody wants me to pray about sitting out there, didn't write out a card, wants to mention it to me?
If we could have anything at all, how would it be?
Bubbles and sunshine.
I'll take treatment for my ministerial school.
Okay, all right, we can do that. Okay, so we bring ourselves to the awareness of where we stand. We are part of the whole. all of it, the absolute of it, the total power, total understanding, total presence, right here and right now. And we are grateful to have this awareness. And so we look at the attributes of spirit and we ask ourselves, can spirit be ill? No. Can spirit be without? No. Can spirit be confused? No. And the true is same for us. And so we speak our word for each individual person here today and those at home to know with deep awareness the truth that all that your heart desires is right around you all the time. And Spirit, bring that awareness to each of us. Bring us the things that we are aching to do, whether it's go to ministerial school, increase our income, enjoy perfect health, improved relationships, whatever it might be. With deepest gratitude, we thank you that we already have it because we and you are one. Law always says yes. Can you feel what it is that you desire? And when you feel it, join me in saying, yes!
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now what? Closing song? Okay. Yeah, somebody's going to shoot me one day when when I'm like, oh, now what? Oh, gosh. Okay. Jerry is the starting off point, and we're forming a circle. Okay? You ought to be the starting off point. Why not? All right, who else do we need? Okay, how are we doing? We stand in a circle of love, and that love is created by each and every one of us, and deep in our hearts and our whole entire beings is love. And so right now we add all that love together, and we have this circle of love. And we bless each other. We bless ourselves. We bless what is happening in our lives, because we know that it is all good. And we are grateful. And so we go forth, rejoicing in that, knowing that joy in our life is bubbling over like bubbles in sunshine. So we let it be. We call it good and very good. And so it is.
Yes.